To move to net zero, the future of construction will be based on circular economy principles and innovative use of biomaterials that are renewable and sequester carbon from the atmosphere. Designed by Boito Sarno Architects, KY-KLOSDÉNDRON, the tree cycle, comes entirely from trees, rediscovering traditional materials in a modern and innovative idiom.
We are an architectural practice based in Milan and London, and we champion sustainability, reuse, and the biomaterials in general. This installation in particular has been designed for the Milan Design Week, and it consists in a tunnel. So it's a room, basically, in a room, which extends for 7 meters, and it's entirely made of timber and cork. So the structure is all timber, and the paneling is cork. And we also have a walkway made in cork pebbles, and visitors are invited to enter this space, to take off their shoes and to walk barefoot within this pathway and feel the cork and the timber beneath their feet.
And also much nicer to work with and healthier. So we need to rediscover traditional techniques of woodworking by using modern methods. So you'll see in this installation we've got details that could look from old Japanese carpentry with interlocking pieces of timber, but they're made with CNC machinery and 3D modeling in the computers. The other very important element of the installation is modularity. Modularity is key if we want to achieve a circular economy. The idea is that all the pieces are cut here, can be assembled and disassembled and reused. The cork panels are actually standard panels, which after the installation are going to be returned and can be sold to insulate a house or to do some cladding. Similarly, with the timber elements, they all fit into each other, and the minimum waste is being produced during the manufacturing. KY-KLOSDÉNDRON comes from the Greek, the cycle of the tree, and the idea is to achieve a circular economy by using bio-based materials, and it's an idea that Boito Sarno Architects we use for everything from architecture to design. We designed a stool for the Salone del Mobile, as well as the installation. We are also using materials that are normally used in conservation, but also happen to be traditional materials, and therefore materials that have a low impact in terms of CO2. For example, we are working on a mill house in Buckinghamshire. It's a beautiful mill from the 18th century, a stone mill, and we are looking at how to insulate the walls from the inside to retain the character of the mill. And we're also working on the stables of the mill, which are timber structures and stone structures, which we are going to convert into a home with very, very high insulation standards and environmental standards. We're going to use AMVHR systems for ventilation, but to recover the heat from the air in winter. We're going to use a lot of renewables on site, trying to find the right places where to locate solar panels, etc. In London, we are working on a number of Victorian houses, terrace houses made of brick, which we are extending sympathetically, but we are also making interventions to the house itself to retain its character from the outside, but from the inside to provide modern levels of insulation. We are working on a modular holiday home, which has actually been designed to be a mobile home, so that it can be built in many different sites, even where there are planning restrictions. In the countryside, for example, in woodland. This modular house sits on stilts and is entirely prefabricated off-site and made of timber. The insulating material can be either wood fiber insulation or cork, and the modules are cleverly thought so that they can be adapted to many different living uses and sizes of living. And also different typologies. I think this mobile home could actually become a really good kindergarten, for example, using only natural materials, healthy materials for children to play in. And it can be built really, really quickly without the use of a crane.